exciting, everyone. So you remember last night I said we were going to go and see Dunnottar Castle. Well, very exciting. The weather is absolutely on our side today. Just wait for the camera to focus. Yeah, look at that.
I can't see a thing, I'm blind.
Who's that next to me? Where are we?
You let the fog into the car, I can't see a thing.
We are 7 minutes away from the castle. I'll update you when we get there as to whether we can actually see it or not. We are now walking down through the mist to Dunnottar Castle.
Donatello Castle.
I don't know.
Donatello Versace.
This is, you're looking at the Kangoo team at the moment. The van team arrived before us, and
They went a different way.
Did they wait patiently for us like we would have done for them?
No.
No. Did they set off on their own?
Yeah.
Yes. Outrageous
Can we
behaviour.
see them? No, it's too misty.
Here they are. Leave us behind. Whatevs. We don't care. And this is Salacious wearing his England shirt very proudly in Scotland today because it
in the
is
face today.
it is
Deserve
the
it
day
too.
of the Euro 20/21 finals. I'm pretty certain we ought to be able to see it by now if, you know, it wasn't for all of this mist. Something is sort of looming out of the mist at us over there, or it could just be our imagination. There is something there.
Oh gosh.
Ooh, this is so cool. Ooh. Watchers of previous videos will know how into my lichen I am. I'm going to pan the camera around so you can see some truly awesome lichen covering these rock face here, which are, now I'm looking at it, actually doesn't look that stable. You can see definite signs of slips.
I can see glaciers going. I could try and climb that.
Yeah, could.
I could
And
climb
then when we
that.
get to the top, we can play frisbee.
Yeah.
Yay! We're now approaching the point at which we think they're going to need tickets. So we just wanted to have a look. But at least you can see, look, there's a castle wall. Part of it. And the sea is over there.
So calm.
Have not been anywhere near the sea since Cornwall, I don't think, have we? That's it, folks. That's all you can see of what we know from pictures to be one of the most stunning castles, like on this desolate outcrop of rock. And yeah, all you can see is that wall that we just stood by and showed you. Bit of misty beach. There's some very steep paths. Oh man. There it is, you can see it just there. You enjoying all these castle related songs, Dave? You love it when we sing, don't you, Dave?
I love it.
He loves it so much.
Well, there's a song for literally every single word that's ever been created. I mean, this is how much I've got to put up with. It's terrible.
Makes him so happy. He loves it when we break into 4-part harmony during get-ins.
I'm going to ask Ollie to put it into the sort of rules next year. No singing allowed on tour.
The daft thing is, despite the mist, it's roasting. I'm so hot. I had to take my hoodie off because I'm so warm. Like, it's bonkers weather today. Hopefully not going to be like this when we arrive in Dundee, otherwise the back row are going to be like, oh, where's the stage? I can't see a thing. Gosh, could you imagine? Can hear them, can't see them. This is what you could have won. If I zoom in, manual zoom, this is where we got to. This is as far as we got before we had to turn back. This is the beautiful place we were hoping to see, and this is what we saw. I think today's vlog is going to be all bad weather. Look at this. Where did that come from? Welcome to Dundee Botanical Gardens. This is where we're going to be. And this, you can see where the audience are going to be because it's all marked out on the grass. It is, I don't know if the camera's showing it, it is really steep here. It's going to make the setup quite interesting. How are your boots there, Chris?
Like they've got physical droplets of water in. So look, they're still wet on the outside.
It's left over from yesterday's wet out, and of course all the set goes into the van wet with it, so...
Could be mould as well, so that's...
Nice.
You tighten your laces and water comes out.
Oh!
Oh!
Hello. Oh no, it's this one. That one needs to be here.
Hey everyone, so as you can tell from my attire, it's hot. As you can tell from the sound, it's raining. It's really raining. So much for drying our stuff off before our show. It is absolutely chucking it down.
Only a 10% chance of showers though.
Yeah, right? Look at this. I literally started to lay stuff out to dry it out, and it started like light showers, and I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. And now this. Also, I don't know if you can see how high that step is at the back, and when it's not chucking it down quite so much, I'll take the camera out front and I'll show you how steep the stage is. So I was just saying I'm going to go under the stage so I can put the lighting cables out. I've got the lighting cable here, and I'm going to take them from the front point of the stage there, where they will meet the lights, and the cables will run through here to where they're going to the splitter, which then goes into the power cable. Normally it would go into the alpha pack, but obviously that's broken, we don't have that at the moment. Meanwhile, Chris is over there, the other side, he's sorting out the power for us. So yeah, what I thought was going to be the short straw being under the stage, actually right now has worked out pretty well. So I had to obviously step outside into that to plug in the lights, which as you can see Chris has just turned on, and I don't think this is communicating to you how wet I am. I could not be more wetter if I had just jumped into a lake. So this will work. Yeah,
oh, lovely.
That should give you some indication of how ridiculously wet this getting has been. Right, well, let's hoping for a dry show, eh? What was the point in putting on makeup this morning?
I think to put cables through.
For that.
Yeah, in fact, I should probably gap it.
I don't know if you can hear that in the background. We're doing our sound check, and we think that's a plane taxiing at the Dundee airport, which is like just the other side of those trees. The sound is beautiful until the plane starts.
I'm just very wet to my soul.
We're here in the cafe, and Chris has ordered hot chocolate, and just look at the quantity of marshmallows on the side of that.
And a flake to finish it off.
I want to see all those be placed on top and then the flake.
Oh gosh, yeah, no, it's happening now. I don't know what I do with the flake yet.
It's really good with the weather, but just...
This has now reached the point where my food has arrived, and while I am fully invested in the building of this
Really want that food?
masterpiece, I also really want to eat, so
I think
we're gonna call this done. There we are.
Ta-da.
Hello, welcome to our lovely room. We're in the education room at the lovely Dundee Botanical Gardens. I would... I mean, I'm genuinely... I'm genuinely... Right, well, that's thrown me. I was going to say nice things about the gardens, but now I can't remember what I was going to say. I changed clothes. I don't know, you might be able to tell. I've changed into totally different leggings. Complete change of clothes, top to toe, because I got soaked. And honestly, everything I was going to say has gone out of my head now. So thanks, Dave. So I'm just about to try and fix my makeup, which, like I said earlier, I think most of it has come off my face. Gizmo, who is my mascot, or comes to all my shows, Gizmo's going to be staying in here today because we know what happens to mogwais when they get wet. I just wanted to turn the camera back on because I don't know if you can tell because it's got loads brighter. The sun's come out. So, I don't want to say it, but the sun's come out, which means, well, we'll see how it goes. It was beautiful and quiet, and then there was a plane that seemed to be taxiing for takeoff, but it didn't take off.
I have been myself, but I was the thrill that huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs.
Sexy pirate Balthazar. Like a white pirate ship. Unbelievable. I mean, always. And then we've got Leonardo. Hey Leonardo, how you doing? And then in the corner there, Donny P. Big DP. And then obviously over here, we've got Claudio, or Claude. As a side note, today is the final of the England game.
I don't know, some kind of football thing that people seem to care about. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. So, but we're lucky because we're in Scotland, so we're not competing with that. But apparently, England have scored already. Yeah. So that's exciting. But of course, we're now about to go on stage. So there's not a huge amount of football fans in the cast, but some of us are. So when we get off at the end, we'll find out how that's going, I guess. Didn't manage to get this before because of the rain, but if you look at the difference between the front of the stage And the back was very, very steep today. Woo, Rachel in action, get out time. Hi everyone, Editing Nicola here. So in true England fashion, the game went to penalties, and obviously before that came extra time. We couldn't watch extra time during our get out, but we had various people on standby texting us any developments as they came up. And then finally we got into the van just in time to watch the penalties. And yes, obviously it was disappointing that we didn't win, but it was still amazing to be there. However, having been quite vocal while watching the penalties, I then felt I needed to make it up to Rachel. So we let her choose the music because she was driving. And, well folks, it'd been a bit of a long day and everything sort of deteriorated into delirium after that. I don't know whether it was the weather, whether it was the overexcitement from the England game, but things got a little bit bonkers. Rachel is driving us home and we've just noticed that we have gone over 100,000 miles. Not us personally, but this vehicle during its life in Illyria. It's a bit sad really because we actually missed it, so we didn't have a massive celebration.
So
but it did happen.
Ollie's just going to have to hire us again until we get to 200,000.
The only thing is, to be fair, the only reason that we missed it was because we were so busy singing the Elephant Love Medley from Moulin Rouge. We could be heroes forever and ever. We could be heroes just because
about what was the place?
Verdun. Bordun. With the lagoon.
Bordun has got a lagoon and a full moon, and it'll sing you a tune.
Aye. We don't actually know if it has a lagoon. Aye. And you'll get your fortune.
You'll drown.
You get your fortune told by a lady June. And it might be your doom.
Oh, I'm so sorry, this might be a bit too soon.
Can you tell it's been a little bit of a weird day?
I'm not crazy, you're crazy.
I don't know what this accent is anymore.
There was a young lass from Orkney who had a peculiar query.
I told her stop talking, ask Stephen Hawking. He's got a very good theory.
Hey!
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
My body's too bootylicious for you, babe.
It's 10 to midnight, folks. We're 11
time?
minutes from our home.
It's got to be close to midnight. My body's talking to me. It says time for danger.
So yeah, 10 to midnight.
We don't need
10 minutes till our hotel.
I only know the beginning.
I always get
It's been such a weird day.
You can get into if you get in with me.
100,050. There we go, and that was achieved by Mr. Rachel.
That's me, I'm Mr. Rachel to
There
you.
you are. It won't focus on you, Mr. Rachel. I don't know what's happened.
It's okay.
It's like your magic.
I'm a magical time machine.
You are a
You
magical
can't
time
focus on
machine
me.
because no matter which vehicle Rachel is in, it arrives first. Even if the other vehicle left 5 or 10 minutes before. And she doesn't have to be driving, she just has to be in the vehicle.
I'm not
Right.
speeding.
It is a minute past midnight and we're knackered, so it's bedtime.